On the year 70, the Romans would destroy Jerusalem. They would destroy the temple atop the Temple Mount. And they were so proud of their victory over Jerusalem that in the year 71, they minted a series of coins. And on one side of the coin, you had the Roman Emperor Vespasian. On the other side of the coin, you had a Roman legionnaire towering above a Jewish woman on her knees who was crying. And on the coin it said, Judea Capta. Judea had been captured or defeated. The name of the country at that time was Judea. Its capital was Jerusalem. Jews are called Jews because we come from Judea. Yehudim come from Yehudah. This was the most widely minted victory coin ever minted by the Romans, as if to say their victory over Judea and Jerusalem meant more to them than all their other victories. If one's been to Rome, not far from the Colosseum, you can see the Arch of Titus. Now this arch was built in honor of Titus, who would later become Emperor of Rome. But before he becomes Emperor of Rome, he's the commander of the 10th Roman Legion, which destroys Jerusalem. On the arch, you could see the temple treasures, like the menorah, being led out of Jerusalem and into Rome. Again, you could see how proud the Romans were over their victory of Jerusalem and the Jewish people. And yet, during the period leading up to the destruction of Jerusalem, from 66 to 70, there was a period known as the Great Revolt, the Great Jewish Revolt for freedom against the Roman occupation. And each year of the revolt, the Jewish people would mint small bronze coins, similar to the one I have over here. And on these coins, in ancient Hebrew writing, it had the words L'Cherut Zion, for the freedom of Zion. Zion being another name for Jerusalem. Now this coin dates back to the year 67. Now many similar coins just like this one have been found along the length of the road during the excavation. And scholars have long wondered, why were the Jews minting these coins? Because they must have known at that time that the Romans would eventually destroy Jerusalem. And if they really thought they had a chance to fight and defeat the Romans, why waste the metal on a worthless currency? Why not use it to make weapons, to make swords, to make arrowheads and spears? So I want to share with you an answer that I heard to this question. And that answer is that the Jews of Jerusalem understood that at that time, yes, Jerusalem was likely going to fall, but they believed that one day in the future their descendants would return and find these coins and know what their ancestors lived and died for a free Jerusalem. Now they probably thought it would take a few decades, maybe a century. They couldn't imagine it would be nearly 2,000 years before their descendants returned as sovereign to Jerusalem. But here we are in Jerusalem, the capital of the Jewish state of Israel. And today there is a free Jerusalem, which is why in 1958, when Israel mints its first national medallion, they mint something that is seemingly very strange at first, because if you look closely, what they minted here was the Roman victory coin. Now why would they do that with the Roman legionnaire towering above the Jewish woman? It says Judea Capta on it. It doesn't make sense until when you turn it over, you can now see the Roman legionnaire is gone. The Jewish woman is no longer on her knees crying, but standing tall, proudly holding a newborn child in her arms. Beside her is a man working the land, making the desert bloom, and on the coin it says, Israel Liberata. Israel has been liberated. Where is the great Roman Empire today? God. But the Jewish people and Jerusalem are still here, open to people of all faiths and backgrounds, and God willing, in the coming years, we will be able to open up this whole area from the Pool of Siloam, excavate the full length of the pilgrimage road, come out by the western wall, the southern steps, the footsteps of the Temple Mount, where people will literally be able to walk in the footsteps of their ancestors, in the footsteps of the Bible, showing that our shared connection to Jerusalem, the biblical heritage of Jerusalem going back thousands of years, is not simply a matter of faith, but a matter of fact.